Hi, this is Karen from Hollywood Happenings, and today we're with the Mighty Ones, Neal Shaw, whose lead vocals, harp and guitar, Michael Monarch, lead guitar, formerly of Steppenwolf, a little surprise later, maybe, Steve Morris, bass, vocals, and he used to own a bar and a restaurant called Yesterday, Jim Hearns on drums. So I will start with Jim because I didn't have too much on Jim. Hey, where's my beer?
Hey, Jim, I'm over here.
Okay, Jim, tell me, what was your musical influence and how did you hook up with these guys?
How did I hook up with these guys? It was a buddy of mine that's a sound man at the local club down the road that introduced us. Want to be together then?
How long you been playing drums?
45 years.
45 years.
Yeah, 4. Thank you.
So what kind of, who was your musical influences? Like professionally?
Yes. Listened to a lot of Buddy Fitch stuff when I first started. Other than that, just everybody. Steve Jones.
Like who your influence was again?
I listened to a lot of jazz, Tony Rivers and Gene Krupa when I was growing up, and just different drummers, not anybody in particular.
So you're more like jazz drummer, blues drummer, a little bit of both?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
And Neal, tell me, you write all of the songs.
Here I come.
Where's Neal? I lost Neal.
I'm here. I'm looking on the ball thing here.
Now, Neal, you and your wife wrote all the songs for the Mighty Ones?
Yeah. That's a definite yes. Well, in fact, she writes lyrics. Then she comes to me in the studio, and I'll mess around with the music. Sometimes it's down some piano, some guitar, sometimes who knows? So yeah, we write songs that make the whole world sing. Really, that's the comment. I don't know if you've heard any of them. Have you heard any of them? There's some quite good.
Now, how did you, I know your wife is a breast cancer survivor. Is there any song that you and her wrote together that can relate to being a breast cancer survivor?
Only about 100 of them. Really, she's been down for the last 3 years. I don't know if you call it songs, but she's kept a huge journal of good times, bad times, and I'm sure a lot of inspirational tunes will come from that, as far as plays, happy times, bad times. So we probably draw from that for a while. So again, she's a breast cancer survivor. The mammogram. Did you get a mammogram?
Yes. I'm due for one, though.
No, if I due for one, go get one. It'll save you a life.
I do self-exams.
I'm free these days. You can find places. Carry on, sorry.
And Steve, how did you go from being a bar, restaurant owner to full-time band?
Actually, I was waiting on that. The truth. Well, it's true. I mean, I was actually a police officer for 23 years. And after being a police officer, I got into the restaurant business. And as a theme for the restaurant, I started a band. So we could play on the weekends. Just something to do because I came from a music background. And then from there, the band progressed into what it is now.
So how did you come up with the name for the restaurant Yesterday? And what kind of cuisine did it serve?
Old food. That's right. Yesterday's bread.
What kind of food?
Leftovers.
Soul food?
That's right. It's actually a good country breakfast and good country lunch. And after lunch, the restaurant would close, the bar would open up, and the band would come in and play, and that's where it started. That's where we met. First time ever. That's where we met the first time. It's at my place.
They had an open jam night, and I accidentally went there. And
He regrets it to this day.
me and I don't think I played. I think Eve sang with him.
He sang.
You just go and play that. I was too. I don't know. They weren't that good.
No.
But that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago.
How did Neil go from
How did what?
I said, how did Neil go from being a punk rock pop band to a blues band? As from one extreme to the other.
Your tastes change. Tastes do change as you get older, and I was fortunate enough after I got into the punk thing to join a really have people that could play. I mean, in punk, it's more emotion than the ability to play. I would say. But then right after that, I dropped into a band called the Amoebas in Sheffield. They had some talented musicians, incredible bunch of guys. There were so many levels of both for what I'd been used to. And it just develops like that. Then you go to the next band, which hopefully is a bit better. And then I met these, and it just went downhill.
And you had
Downhill there. Who's supposed to
a big chart topper. You had a big chart topper here in the U.S. What was the name of the song?
It was called All of a Sudden, and it wasn't in the whole of the U.S. It was just in your neck of the woods, actually. Well, no, it wasn't. It was in San Francisco. Some radio station was plugging it in about 1980. And it's, believe it or not, if you look for the single, All of a Sudden, by the band the BTP Boulders on eBay, $300 for the 45. I left a bottom in England. Blocks after blocks.
Then we're going on a treasure hunt.
Yes, I forget the name of the guy that promotes the single on the company. Pinnacle company. Was the record company. So at that time in 1980, I was ready to come over here. I had my passport and everything ready. The band wasn't doing well. People were leaving because of whatever reason. And I thought, well, screw it, I'll go form the band over there in San Francisco where the single's doing good. But then I went for an audition with another band over there and stayed with them. So I waited 10 years later. I came over here in 1990. How long was that ago?
1990, that would be
24 years. I was a young whippersnapper when I got here. Still am.
And
That's it. My birthday today.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Help me, guys. Happy birthday to Neil. Happy birthday to you.
Sing it in a blues type format.
I can't sing, so. Now, Michael, the thing I found fascinating about you, that you worked with Janis Joplin. How is that to work with Janis Joplin?
Second, I'm the quiet one. I don't say much. It's not going to be good for your interview, though.
So what was Janis Joplin like?
Janis Joplin in the studio back in late 60s, 68, 69, somewhere in there.
So
For
what?
one day.
Just a week, maybe.
Oh, really? Separate sessions? You only just in and played one song and then out.
That was towards the end, though, wasn't it?
It was one of her last albums. It was the album before the last.
I just wondered. We're interviewing him too.
Because we just met the other day.
Yeah, at the flea market while Steve was getting his.
So how was it performing? How did you go from being with Steppenwolf to the Mighty Ones? Like
Well,
from,
that is, that is quite different. Luckily,
you go from really one extreme to the other.
What's the question? Say that again.
Well, probably how was by moving to Florida
From LA.
and then going right around in the outback of Florida and in the nature coast where, it's like old Florida up there. And I ran into these guys somewhere. I was through a keyboard player. That's right. I was playing with another keyboard player.
It's cancer benefit.
It was a benefit, and I just sat in, played a song with them, and it snowballed. I mean, like about a year later, we got together once. I'm telling the truth.
I know.
It's true.
It's true. But
Little by little.
now we can't get rid of him.
I like to play. That's my problem.
So which song did you like better, of the Born to Be Wild or Magic Carpet Ride?
Neither.
Why?
No, I mean, Born to Be Wild, it's great. Magic Carpet Ride, maybe I like that a hair better. Had a good feel. I like the keyboards in it.
So what's the difference in the two songs, in your
Two
opinion?
songs. Well, the one was recorded in maybe late '67, early '68. The other one was like a year later. So the first one was recorded on an 8-track.
Wow.
That's what they had. The second one, we moved up to 16-track.
You're the same guy writing both. Same guy, right?
No. Nobody in the band wrote Born to Be Wild, and
I just
but
wanted
the band wrote Magic Carpet.
Who wrote Born to Be Wild?
Well, it was the drummer's brother. He played guitar and sang, and he wrote that song. And when we were getting ready to put that first album together, we added that song to it. Really not knowing that was going to be a hit. It was just another song we played. And in fact, they did not release that song at first, so it wasn't obvious to the record company or to anybody that was going to be a hit until afterward.
And you had several TV shows and films. What were they?
This is my website.
But this is a live interview.
The songs have been used in many movies, commercials, whatever.
And this is Barky.
Yes, of course it is.
This is Mandy.
Oh, look at it.
It's a little.
Mandy.
Hi.
Can you sing Mandy to her?
Yep.
Let me hear you sing Mandy. That was an unplanned spoof.
Green
At the
dots.
top. This is my guy.
Oh,
That's Simon.
hi Simon.
He's gonna be a star. He's the one you really should be interviewing.
Oh, hi Simon. He's a cutie.